So I have just 6 months to change my life and to change my story. I'm broke. I'm still living in my parents' house. But if you're new here, my name is Tiga Abiri. I'm 20 years old, soon to be 21. And I'm documenting my journey to financial freedom, living a productive life, and just sharing my journey here on YouTube in becoming the best version of myself. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing my plan to change my life in 6 months, but then I'm focusing only on my finances, at least as it pertains to this video. And I'll be telling you my plan, telling you the income streams that I plan to adopt, and how I eventually plan to get there. Is it going to work at the end of the 6 months? I have no idea, but let's see how it goes. Also, I think you'd want to stay till the end of this video because I have a special announcement to make. So what exactly is the purpose of this experiment? Because I mean, you probably have seen a video like this before. Changing my life in 6 months, changing my life in 3 months. What exactly is the purpose of all of these things? Well, I don't know the purpose generally, but I know that the purpose for me is so forget everything I said before about leaving my parents' house and all the rest. I'm just in 300 level. Well, not just. Well, I'm someone that likes things very forward, right? So, I'm in 300 level, like I said. So by 2026, I'm going to be done with uni, finally, right? And I'm sort of like thinking of the things that I'm going to have to do, right? So I'm done with uni. I'm probably going to get married soon. After that, right? Going to live on my own. I want to. And all these type of things basically. And I don't want to, do the same thing that everyone does, which is sort of like, finish school, start applying for jobs, then hope they get one. If they don't, they continue the process and all the rest. So I'm sort of like thinking ahead, because if I do that, then the chances are probably higher that I'm going to get there faster than normal, I guess. That's the general idea. But then I think like the general idea behind like making money, gaining financial freedom is not the money in and of itself, right? It's to an end. And the end generally is to have the ability to do the things that I want to do when I want to do it. And the reason for that is so I can spend my time focusing on the things that actually matter to me, which is creating, adding value, sharing my journey, teaching, and all the rest. I'm basically like building and executing. These are the things that matter a lot to me. And I don't want to always attach some level of income or money towards every single thing that I'm doing, right? I want to be able to do it freely. So for example, one of the reasons why I don't, upload so many videos, or at least as much as I want to, is because I don't like editing myself, right? And paying someone to do that to the volume of videos that I want to release is actually costly, right? So, I have to find a way to manage all of these things, right? So I want to build a business, right? Hiring developers for that, designers, and all the rest. All of these things always have, a way of slowing you down, right? So I want to be able to build, execute, and just do the things that I love to do without really bothering about cost or resources. So before we go on, what exactly are the income streams that I have planned out? I think I have like 7 income streams that I itemized and I want to sort of like develop and build in the next 6 months. But what exactly is the major goal, right? Because there's sort of like a general goal. One of the 2 things that I struggled with was, should I have a general goal for all my income streams, or should I have a value attached to each and every one of them? So say, for example, income stream A should be making XYZ at the end of 6 months. Income stream B should be making Z at, do you get like, so I didn't want to do that because I think it would be awfully specific and I'll be putting too much pressure on certain parts of the business, right? Because some might take slower than others and all these type of things. The general idea is to sort of like earn $1,500 every month. That's over maybe 2.3 million naira, I think, right? So that's like general idea, right? And all of these income streams I hope should get me there. So what exactly are these income streams? So I'll be listing them and I will be explaining what exactly they are. So the first one is Apex Pathway. Apex Pathway is the e-learning platform that I'm building. It's for university students in Nigeria and then eventually across Africa. I already made a detailed video on that. It's one of my highest videos, I think about 14K views at the point of making this video. So I'm just going to link it up here, right? You can watch it and know what startup it is that I'm building. And the next income stream is project management. So I'm a project manager, or at least, learning. It's something that I have been doing, here and there. So I started taking that seriously earlier in the year. So hopefully I can get like a remote job in that. Then the next is public speaking, right? I've spoken at a number of places, right? I've gone for different competitions inside my school, outside my school, In fact, recently I spoke at a TED event, TEDx, some pictures will fly around the screen. But then, yeah, so for public speaking, the idea behind that is, to sort of like be invited to different places, give keynote speeches on certain topics, of course, topics that, I really enjoy talking about: productivity, personal development, finances, etc, etc, etc. Right. So that's the idea, and getting paid to do that. Right. So sort of like building like a career around that. Then the next is something that I'm really, really excited about, right? I'm not going to go into too much detail now, but it's a public speaking academy. It's something that I intend to launch in 2025. It's basically like a cohort-based system that's going to help people become better speakers. So we're transforming people from, not knowing how to speak publicly, being shy, and all the rest, to become very, very seasoned speakers. I will give much details about that in subsequent videos. Then another income stream that I'm looking to add is consultations. So basically, I have one-on-one calls with people, sort of like giving them advice and planning their lives with them, whether that, sessions on productivity, sessions on how to build things, execute, take your life seriously, right? Public speaking, anything really that, I'm conversant with, some that I really plan to build upon. Before we go on, if you're watching this video before the 26th of December, then my team and I have something special for you. So next week, Thursday, on the 26th of December, we're going to be having a workshop, and the workshop basically is designed to help you plan your life. All right. So we're going to have a 2.5 hour long session, and we're going to talk about reflecting, the year that just rounded off, that's 2024, right? Setting goals for 2025, actionable steps on how to complete it, basically planning your whole life to make sure that, you're ready and you're set for 2025, right? One of the biggest issues that people have is not really setting goals. I mean, you've been setting goals since, right? Smart goals and all the rest, right? It's usually the implementation of them. That's the one. And to finding proper time to actually carry out and execute these goals, right? These are some of the things that we're going to be sharing. We're going to be talking about different concepts on time management, the Eisenhower matrix, the ideal method that I invented, I think, right? I've been seeing it elsewhere, but that's by the way, right? So if this is something that you're interested in, make sure that you click the link in the description. All right, it's a form, fill the form, join the WhatsApp group. By the way, it's absolutely free. It's going to be happening next week, Thursday. The details are on the flyer. So just click the link in the description and join the WhatsApp group, and hopefully I would see you at the workshop. So another income stream that I'm looking to really, really zone in on is YouTube. Basically, what exactly it is you're watching. I'm really close to monetizing my YouTube channel, right? In fact, I uploaded just 9 videos this whole year, right? This whole year. It's bad. When they sent me a rap, I was like, Jesus, what is this? 9 videos alone, right? And I know that if I uploaded more, I definitely would have been monetized by now, right? So next year is something that I'm really, really looking forward to. And then the final is investing/dividends. I really don't have much to say about that, because for me, right, I'm only going to start that properly when all of these other, or at least most of these other income streams are like developed, right? Because that's what's going to make, the most returns on this particular income stream. So that's that on the income streams that I have in mind. So what I'm going to do now is draft out a plan basically on how I'm going to implement on these different income streams. What exactly are the things that I have to do, to get all of these things up and running. So once I'm done with that, I'll come back and share it with you guys.
3 hours later.
So you're probably wondering, why exactly am I outside? Well, I'm outside to show you that you can do things differently, right? So what exactly am I going to do differently about this plan? Because I've actually set out on finance, obviously I've been on a journey of financial freedom for as long as I can remember, right? So what's going to make this different? Well, 2 things are going to make this different. One, I'm sharing my actual goals and my plans and the things that I'm working on publicly for primarily accountability purposes, and so I can come here later on and see how far I've come, what were the things I was working on in December of 2024 and all the rest. And finally, right, the exact tactics for each and one of these goals. So it's not just that I want to have these things as income streams, is that I have plans for each and every one of them. So let's go over them together. All right. So we have Apex Pathway. Like I said, I'm really not going to talk too much about that because I already made a detailed video about that. Then the next is project management. So there are a couple things that I want to do here, right? So I want to actually do this very professionally, right? So I'm going to take 2 Udemy courses. One natural Udemy course, I already got it. I already started watching it. I should be done with that maybe by the time this video goes out, right? And I want to also take a certification course on Udemy as well, right? That one is more expensive and it's longer, right? But that's something that I plan to do. Another is to start documenting the things that I'm doing on all my social media, right? On LinkedIn and on Twitter more especially. And then I want to like oversee 2 major projects from start to finish and then start applying for jobs, right? I probably will start applying for jobs in the middle of, the execution of these projects, but that's the general idea, behind the project management. Then for public speaking, right? I don't think I can control that. I don't have that fully planned out, right? Because I'm still in school and I'm in a private uni in Nigeria. I'm currently not in Nigeria. Like you can see the scenery. I came to see my family in the United Kingdom. So I'm currently schooling in Nigeria, and the way private uni works there is that you really don't have freedom to move out as you like. So even if I'm being invited to speak at different places, I can't take every one of them because of like the school I'm in and all the rest, right? But the major thing is to actually let people know that I don't just speak for fun, or I don't just speak because I have this skill, right? It's something that I do as a career, right? And not just for YouTube purposes, but actually at events and all the rest. So, and again, I would use my LinkedIn to do that and just like optimize my social media in a way that portrays that, right? So, I intend to build a personal website very soon, right? Early next year, definitely. I intend to build like a personal website. I might even start building it this year, right? That's how I am. But so optimize my social media and all of these spaces to let people know that this is what I actually do. You can book me, these are my rates and all these type of things, right? But obviously I just keep on taking free events. I've been invited to speak at multiple places so far, right? So I just keep on taking them for free and keep stacking them up, posting on my social media to let people know that okay, I'm credible, right? You can trust me, and I'm actually good at what I do and all the rest. Then for the public speaking academy, like I said, it's a cohort. I really can't talk about the whole structure now, but I'm not going to do that, right? It's something that I have planned thoroughly and in-depthly. In fact, the only thing that's left now is the execution, right? So to build the platform for it, to start posting more on my socials. Most of these things just have to do with social media and everything, but that's basically it. I don't want to go into the details yet, right? I will make a detailed video about that when the time comes, but for now, that's that basically. And for the consultations, 2 things basically. 1, post more on social media, let people know that this is what I'm about and grow my following, right? Because the way that people obviously are going to want to reach out to me to, get advice or to structure their lives or to plan their lives, or to just, get advice on certain key areas and all the rest is basically by getting more people to look at the stuff that I'm doing. And that's just by posting consistently, really. It's really by posting consistently, right? And then organizing free workshops like the one that I spoke about earlier, right? Of course, there's going to be an opportunity to have a one-on-one session with me. So please don't miss the free workshop. I think the free version is enough to actually set you up for 2025. And if you want to move extra, you can then have a session with myself, right? But that's the general idea. Just like get more people to see the stuff that I'm doing, build more credibility, stack up the things that I'm doing. And I think that would, like really help with that. Then for YouTube, right? I think YouTube genuinely is just planning and more intentionality. When I'm in school, it's always hectic, right? Trying to manage things that I'm because things that I do in school aren't just school things. They're not just academics, right? I have a lot of extracurricular stuff, a lot of spiritual stuff that I'm involved in at school. So it always gets hectic. But from next year, I'm really looking to, like build my team properly, right? I have a team, or I'm building a team currently, for my personal brand because I treat my life as a business. I learned this from, my friend A.T.M. So I just treat my life like a business, sort of. So I have like a team surrounding that. So I'm going to like probably get a videographer. I have one, right? But it's always like a contract type thing. I mean, like maybe full time, hopefully, right? So, I put out more videos. But the general idea is I want to post 1 video every single week, right? Like I said, I'm so close to monetizing this account. I really just have to double down, put in the work, create quality videos, and that should sort that out. Then the final is investing / dividends. Like I said, the main idea behind this one is just to build my other sources of income, right? But for now, all I'm going to be doing is trying to gain, a lot of knowledge on what exactly it is I want to be investing in, right? Do I want to be investing in stocks, in, well, obviously not forex pairs. I've had my share of that. I'm not doing it again, right? It's not bad or anything, right? But if you've been following my journey for a while, you know that I use trade forex and all the rest. So maybe stocks, real estate. I don't know yet, right? I really don't. So the general idea is while I'm building my other sources of income, that I'm gaining proper knowledge on this, and that's what I'm going to be doing basically. I am so cold now, right? But again, it just goes to show how difficult this challenge is going to be. That's why I'm in a difficult environment instead of in my house where there's the heater and everywhere is warm. I'm outside in the cold trying to show that you can really do hard things. That's the idea, right? I don't know if any of this is going to work, but I'm, really, really eager to find out. 6 months, I think, is a decent time to really get proper stuff done, right? I'm not saying that I'm going to change the whole world by, 6 months. I might add that to my goals, but for now, it's just, these income streams and all the rest, right? So I will see you in the next video. Hopefully we get proper stuff done. I'm documenting my journey, right? If you really like the stuff that I'm putting out, please subscribe. Also, I'm starting a newsletter. I've said this for 2 years, but I don't swear, right? But if I did, I would have sworn, right? This time is different. I'm actually going to start posting stuff consistently, hopefully. So please subscribe to my newsletter and sign up for the workshop. See you next week. By God's grace.